Green flag, red flag. Ano ang mga dapat mong makita pag meron kang kausap na prospect? Para malaman mo kung nagsasayangan lang ba kayo ng oras, naglalandian, or puro lang kayo mga pabebe. Diba? If this is the first time mo mapanood, I'm Neil Reichel, host ng podcast na $1 Million Filipino Freelancer. Link to subscribe, button to subscribe is there, somewhere there. Anyway, red flag. Bakit ba natin muna kailangan malaman itong mga red flag? Kasi bilang freelancer, ang isa sa pinakamahalaga nating asset is time. Okay, time. Bakit time? Kasi yun ang paninda natin. The amount of skill is measured with the time that we have. Later on, maybe, baka naman, sana nga, ito na yung time na hindi na yung oras mo ang ginagamit when working and fulfilling projects for a client. But for now, if you are working with a client and it is your time that's on the line, then it's very important that you should know what the red flags are. Ito ang isa sa mga common na red flag. Pag sinabi ng prospect, di ba, tinanong mo, okay, given all of this, what's the budget that you have in mind for this? Sinabi ng client na, we don't have a budget. Walang budget. No set budget. Sky is the langit. Tipong gano'n. Sky is the langit. Tipong gano'n. Para sa akin, red flag ito. Red flag na red flag ito. Kasi, ibig sabihin nun, wala pa talagang idea yung client or yung prospect sa paningin niya kung magkano ang kailangan niyang ilaan dito. Pero ang totoo, meron naman siyang limitasyon on the amount of money that they can spend and the amount of time that they can wait. Para sa akin, pinakamalaking red flag talaga to. So, ano ang ginagawa dito para bigla mong matauhan yung prospect na to at hindi kayo magsayang ng oras? Meron ka na dapat set pricing. And the set pricing also has a set number of qualifiers and qualifiers that you have in order for you to deliver results. Magbigay akong example. Facebook advertiser ka. Sinabi mo sa client, so what's the budget that you have for this? And sabi, we don't have any specific budget. So there are two things that you have to watch out for. The budget for running the ads and the budget for them to spend on someone running the ads for them. So, what I do is I'd say this. We work best with clients who have a brick and mortar type of business. Literal na may pwesto po sila. They have at least 100 customers, new customers in a given month, okay? And they have been in existence for over 2 years. This way, our rate of 88,000 pesos po for 3 months makes it a wise decision for them to start working with us. Otherwise, hindi po kami ang best to work with those clients. And then makikita mo na kita, pala yun eh. Teka, hindi ko pa afford yun. Ay, sakto pala ako yun, di ba? Another example is, I work best with e-commerce brands in the baby industry, and as long as they have at least $500 a week to spend on paid traffic, then this would be a good time for us to discuss and see how we can possibly work together. Meron kang qualifiers. Kasi, otherwise, sasabihin, ay, ang kaya ko lang dyan, $2 per day on Facebook ads. Ay, wag na lang. Sasayang lang tayo ng oras, di ba? Or, I only have 7 days na lang para to fill up the event. Tapos, I only have 10,000 pesos po for ads. For LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google, lahat na. Di ba makakainis? So, yon ang isa sa pinakamalaking red flag para sa akin. Ang next red flag para sa akin is this. Manipis ang margins. Kung pag tumubo siya, masaya na siya sa 10 piso, 20 pesos, 50 pesos. Tapos, walang volume. Magbigay ko ng example. Nagbebenta ng cupcakes. Kung ang negosyo niya is nagbebenta siya ng cupcakes at siya lang ang gumagawa ng cupcakes at ang bawat order niya is halagang 100 pesos, 50 pesos, tapos ang tinutubo niya lang is 20 pesos, para sa akin, hindi kami ang best para mag-social media marketing para sa inyo. Bakit? Kasi, syempre, kung kanina nga sinabing walang budget, tayo din dapat meron din tayong set minimum price. Okay? Para sa amin, ang set minimum price namin is 88,000 pesos. That way, we can make a good profit and still serve the client appropriately. If manipis ang margins at sasabihin niya na, ito yung cupcake ko, 50 pesos, 20 pesos ang tubo niya, okay, 10 piso. Tapos siya lang gumagawang cupcake, ay, hindi na lang po. Bakit? Kasi, hindi naman yata siya makakabenta ng halagang 5 milyon ng cupcake sa isang buwan. At doon sa halagang 5 milyon doon, ideally, doon na manggagaling yung budget niya para sa marketing spend. 20%, 30%, minimum na 10%. Kung may 5 million siyang possible na kayang ibenta, then meron siyang possible na 500,000 pesos to spend on marketing minimum. So it does not make sense for us if the business can only make a maximum of 100,000 pesos a month. So yun, red flag na agad yun. This is also your qualifier. Kung hindi niya nami-meet yung mga standards na yun, disqualify the client. Diba? Ito naman, yung isa pang red flag, time. Yung nagmamadali, okay? Ang gusto niya is parang, walang himala, gawin mo ito. Na kapag nag-send out ka ng isang email campaign sa list niya ng 10 people, ine-expect niya na merong 8 bibili ng kanyang paid offer, ng kanyang coaching program na worth 25,000. Hindi ikaw yun. Okay? Mahirap yun. Sa totoo lang. Unless malataw ni Robbins talaga siya at nagkataon lang talaga na 10 na lang natira sa Facebook friends niya. I-park natin yung mga bagay na yun. Bakit ba mahalaga to? Pinag-uusapan natin lagi. Para sa akin, mahalaga to. Kasi, if you really want to have that confidence in fulfilling and delivering results for your clients, it's important to set 10 parameters. Ano ba yung mga pwede at hindi pwede? So, ito, puro red flags ang pinag-uusapan natin. And ito rin is, alam mo rin, sino ba yung mga ideal? Sino ba yung mga dapat kong i-follow up? Hindi yung out of 100 na nag-inquire sa inong HM, lahat yung kakausapin mo. Gusto mo din mag-set ng boundaries kasi time is gold, di ba? Gold is time. Isa sa mga red flags pa na nakikita ko is when a client treats you as his VA, di ba? Pero expects you to be his CEO. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung ang ibibigay sa iyo na rate is $7, $5, $3 per hour. Tapos, pagtatrabahuin ka lang niya, sabihin na lang natin na 10 hours in a given week. Okay, in a given month. Yung madami malalang ganyan. Pero yung mga expectations niya sa'yo, bakit hindi pa rin bumibili sa ganito? Bakit hindi ba? Bay, teka lang, nag-uusap ba kayo? Don't expect me as your VA to handle all of that for you. During the interview pa lang, during the chat pa lang that you have, make it clear na agad, teka, I am not the person that can handle that for you. I think you need someone who has the higher role. And, syempre, that also entails for you to spend a little more for what you are asking / demanding. Isa pa sa mga red flags is when you start hearing ito, word na to, I don't think you understand what this is like since you're a Filipino from a third world country. Yung mga words na ganito, paminsan hindi nila sinasadya, pero para sa akin, red flag ito. Bakit? Akala kasi ng iba, not marami ng ibang mga clients, that just because you live in a third world country, is that you have no idea of what their world looks like. Para sa akin, the way I see the world now is it's a big village lang. Okay? At anytime, pwede kang sumilip sa mga villages nila. At medyo magkaka-idea ka na kung paano ba yung mga bagay-bagay. You might not get it perfectly, but you have an understanding or you have a little insight already of how they do their business. Versus seeing the world na ang daming mga pader at sasabihin na, ay, third world country ka, hindi mo naintindihan yung mga bagay-bagay na ito. Ay, Filipino ka, ay, yung mga work ethic nyo, ibang-iba sa work ethic namin. Para sa akin yon, ay, matinding red flag na talaga yon. So, anong ginagawa mo pag may mga red flags ka na agad nakikita? It's either you continue the conversation but you have higher demands with these prospects, or you tell the prospect na, ay, you know what, after having this discussion, I think we might not be, or I think we're not a good fit. Let me know when you are ready. I'm not ready, diba? You can tell, here are the things that I'm worried about. When you started talking about Filipinos not understanding, when you started talking about you hiring a virtual assistant but expecting these results, when you started talking about having no problem with the budget but you can't clearly answer me right now, if you can spend $300, $500 on ads per day, then I don't think that this conversation should move on. Let me know when you have the answers, and then that's when the time that we move forward. The other thing is, yun nga, make it a bit harder or tell the client na, ay, kung yan ang kailangan mo, if this is what you need, this is what you need to expect and this is what you need to commit. Example ko lang is, sasabihin nga niya, we're looking into hitting $100,000 in monthly recurring revenue with the e-commerce brand that we're building, and then tell the client, okay, if you're looking into that, Okay, I cannot confidently tell you that we'll hit this in 90 days. We need a longer runway, longer time frame, and see right now at around 6 months, and we can from there decide that if we can hit it or not. Otherwise, I don't think that this is a good opportunity for us to work together. Now, proceed naman tayo sa green flags. Green flags naman when talking to prospects. Gustong-gusto ko when I talk to prospects who have an audience. Whether that's on social media, whether that's current customers, whether that's a partner that will raise their hand and say na, uy, kilala ko to, ini-endorse ko to. Malaking bagay kasi ang audience. An audience is a group of people who already knows you, likes you, trusts you, has familiarity with you, and pinaka-importante dito is that kaya nilang maglabas ng pera. Malaking bagay talaga kasi ang audience. It's either the audience can be the market itself or the audience can also be the access to the ideal market that you have. Yung tinatawag nga natin dito na parang clout, di ba? Ang isa pang green flag na gustong-gusto ko is pag marami silang past clients. Past clients are the most underlooked asset for every business. At hindi siya masyadong na-utilize, pero ang laki ng opportunity. Kasi if this customer has already trusted you, there's a very high chance that they will trust you again and buy from you again. All you have to do is simply ask, what's missing right now? And then serve them the thing that's still missing on their end. Okay? So, again, audience, past clients, tapos dapat maganda yung margins niya. Gustong-gusto ko yung mga info products, gustong-gusto ko yung mga, ang margins niya is times 5 o kaya pinaka-minimum talaga is 50% margins. Kasi mahalaga talaga na meron siyang kikitain at meron ka rin kikitain. Kasi dun pang gagalingin yung pambabayad sa atin bilang mga freelancers or service providers. Next na green flag na gusto ko is hindi yung client mo ang in charge sa fulfillment. Meron na siyang team that can handle the fulfillment. Meron siyang factory, meron siyang products sa talaga, meron siyang inventory para when the orders start coming in, kayang-kaya niya itong i-fulfill. It's very difficult to work. Example ko lang, with a doctor, okay, that's expecting, let's say, 100 procedures in a given month, knowing that each procedure would take around 5 hours, that's 500 hours in a month. Imposible yata po yun. Kahit na maibigay ko po sa inyo yun, hindi po natin mafulfill yun. Kasi limited tayo. Ang gustong-gusto namin is mga digital assets, mga digital downloads. Yan. Na kahit may bumili 10 ngayon, 10,000 mamaya, kayang-kaya mo yun. Kasi wala kang problema in terms of inventory. Tapos, syempre, kagaya kanina, yung red flag is yung nagmamadali siya, eto, may patience siya. Okay? Pero again, okay, pinakamahalaga sa akin in terms of green flag is this. Meron na siyang audience, meron siyang past clients, and to add sa bonus is nakakabenta na siya. Bakit sa akin mahalaga ang green flags? I already have a set price. Our rates would say, sabihin na lang natin, for this particular service, yung brick and mortar namin is 88,000 pesos for 3 months. Kami nang bahala sa ad spend, kami nang sasagot ng inquiries. If the client, diba? If the client is in a position na, teka, ayoko muna maggumastos, nasunog na ako, ito na yung mga pinagbibili ko, mapapagalitan ako ng mga partners ko, or hindi papayag yung mga partners na, we are flexible. And we can say na, okay lang, sige, you can give us an upfront lang muna of this amount, let's say 1/3, 25, 30, 35,000 pesos. And then after the 90-day period, yung period na to, and we deliver you the results, kasi confident na kami ngayon na, may past client siya, meron siyang high ticket offer or high margins, hindi siya sakal in terms of fulfillment, kampante kami na sabihin namin, kayang-kaya namin. So, 1/3 lang hihingi namin sa inyo, pero, okay, yung 2/3, imbis na yung rates na to, ang hihingi namin sa inyo ay percentages o kaya commissions from the sales. Okay ba yun sa inyo? The way kasi that we see it is, now that you have your green flags and your red flags is this. Hindi ka lang basta service provider. Para ka rin ding talent scout, para ka rin sports agent. You look for talent. And yung mga talent na tinitingnan natin ay yung mga prospective na clients natin. You don't work with just anyone. You work with clients na may ability talaga. Case in point, sabihin na lang natin na, si OG Diaz, di ba? Talent manager siya, at sasabihin ko na, OG, boss OG, gawin mo po akong artista, di ba? Gusto ko lumabas ako sa mga teleserye, gusto ko maging bida. Siyempre, isang tingin sa akin ni OG, Pangit-pangit mo yan. Paano kita gagawing artista? Pero, if meron akong mukha ni Liza Soberano at may acting talent ako and then say, Tita Ochi, I'd like to become an actress. Can you help me? At nakita niya, uy, may talent to. Pwede. Tingin mo, kahit na si Neil Reichel magbigay sa kanya ng 500,000 pesos at ang requirement niya is gawin yung artista versus Liza Soberano, na sabihin lang, meron lang ako 25,000, gawin mo akong artista. Kanino kaya siya tataya? So, ayan, something for you to learn with regards to growing your freelancing business. At sana may natutunan ka na hindi ka lang basta freelancer, hindi ka lang basta service provider. You should now start seeing opportunities. And sana itong green flags, red flags sa video na to ay binigyan ka ng idea. Comment ka kung ano yung nakikita mo pang red flag na hindi mo nakita sa video nito. Okay? Yun lang. Bye, bashers!